Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 27th to July 3rd, 2022. This is a general reading, and some roles of the individuals or the energies identified in this reading may be swapped. So take whatever messages resonate for you and leave behind for others whatever does not. To get a broader view of your week, check out readings for your sun, moon, and your rising signs. So we'll go ahead and lay out these cards. We'll go through each column, go through the meanings, and clarify with more tarot cards. In this first column, we reveal what's been shaping your perspective. You have Capricorn, achieve. You have Six of Swords, Seven of Swords, and Four of Pentacles. In this second column, we see the major life lessons that are most impacting you this week. You have Peace and the Chariot. You also have Justice, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords. In this third column, we get messages that you need to hear from your guides and guardians. You have Lady Portia, Divine Order. You have Three of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Moon. So here, this concept of Capricorn achieving as shaping your perspective kind of indicates a sense of really wanting to accomplish something. For some of you, it may be that there is a Capricorn in your life or someone that has Capricorn in their chart that is significant, where that individual is kind of being a focus of your perspective and wanting to accomplish and achieve something with that individual, may be kind of shaping your perspective. But basically, overall, there is a sense of wanting to advance, a sense of moving forward, and really there's a need to possibly kind of control certain impulses that you may have. Capricorn, the major arcana card for Capricorn is the Devil card. So it's not out here, but it may be that there is something to be aware of when it comes to controlling or aligning with people just to accomplish a certain outcome and not necessarily for the long-term benefit of your best and highest good. But there is also an opportunity to really kind of grow and use your talents, your skills that you've been kind of working on. So you have the Seven of Swords. This is a card of kind of like liar, stealer, cheater, not really wanting to be seen. Something is not revealed. And the Six of Swords, which is a concept of transition, moving forward, and really not really having a specific plan of action, kind of still wrapping your head around the fact of not being where you want to be or need to be. And with the Four of Pentacles, it's a sense of protection, security, trying to be grounded, getting a sense of controlling your material world. So for some of you, there is a sense of really just needing to, what's it called? To be in a place where you're feeling supported, feeling that you have enough just for yourself. And it may be that you were kind of led astray by someone else, or there was something about what you saw in another person that made you question your sense of security. And it may not be a specific like relationship, but just it could be, information, something that you saw in the news, something you saw on social media, where there's not a sense of being protected and a sense of security. And you are kind of, trying to make your way, you're trying to accomplish something, but possibly feeling that there are kind of forces working against you in the sense of kind of you take one step forward and feel like you have to take 2 steps back. So let's take a look at the Four of Pentacles here. You have the Five of Cups. So it seems that there's some upset, some disappointment, some loss that you are trying to recover from and trying to protect yourself and guard yourself in the process. So let's take a look at the Six of Swords, because this is a sense of transition, but also a concept of healing in terms of dealing with the problem of what to do next, and recognizing that where you were before isn't where you are or where you can be or need to be, and you need to kind of advance forward. You have the Ace of Swords. So definitely this being in this transition, it may feel that it's there's uncertainty, but really there needs to be a sense of healing with whatever information, whatever communication that you're processing, and getting a sense of clarity about it, using your reason, your sense of balancing facts and fiction to process what's going on as well. Let's take a look at the Seven of Swords. You have this Empress card. This is a card of abundance, being connected to your body, to the environment, sensuality, love, nurturing, motherhood. So here is, it's really interesting that you have that in connection with the Seven of Swords, which is a sense of lack and kind of behind the scenes, not wanting to be discovered, not wanting others to benefit from a certain way of looking at a situation or communicating about a situation. So here, it could be just a worldview perspective going on of something that some type of achievement may have been someone else's achievement, and you could be dealing with, the result of that. So here, the lessons that you're learning with this peace and chariot, this sense of peace kind of goes along with the Six of Swords, a sense of healing, a sense of being in balance and harmony. Sixes in general are about balance and harmony. And then with the chariot, this is about some type of victory, some type of journey where there were obstacles to overcome, and really the outcome of that journey hopefully being a victory where you feel safe, you feel protected, not only for yourself, but those that you love and care about. You have the Justice card here and the Queen of Swords, which is almost the equivalent of like the minor arcana equivalent to the Justice card. And this is a sense of possibly legal issues, sense of, again, Ace of Swords over here, like clarity, reason, using reason and analysis, a sense of looking at the facts, looking at cause and effect of something. And you have the Ace of Swords over here again. So definitely trying to get a sense of clarity. There's some type of information, some type of problem, some type of situation where this concept of peace, harmony, balance, clarity is really a focal point. So let's take a look at the Justice card. You have the Knight of Pentacles, and that is a card of responsibility, reputation, hard work, putting in the efforts to kind of create the material world that you want to live in. This could be anything from, studies to a job, to, buying a certain outfit, buying and applying your makeup in a certain way. But here it's kind of a sense with this peace and chariot and justice, a sense of being more aware of the decisions that you make, the cause and effect of them, and how they impact your day-to-day life, how they impact your future, how they impact the world that you want to build for yourself. So here with the Queen of Swords, go ahead and clarify that. You have the Ace of Wands, and this is kind of a card of inspiration, innovation, a new idea. So here, there's a lot of mental processes going on and trying to seek clarity of something, and that this also inspires a certain sense of passion. So it could be that you need to find, peace in some type of victory, your victory, someone else's victory, and kind of recognizing impact on your life, the life of others around you, and creating some type of inspiration. So here, clarifying the Ace of Swords, you have the Hermit. And this is a card of wisdom, inner knowing, a card of looking at the entire journey, your entire journey, and seeing what you learned from it, seeing the wisdom that you've gained from it, and kind of in this deck, this is the I think it's the Witchling Academy tarot deck. In this card, this individual is in the restricted section of the library, trying to get a book that is in, like, has the secrets or special types of authority and information that has to do with a particular type of spell, I think. So it definitely has this kind of judicial feel going on in this area. And with this divine order, Lady Portia having a message, Lady Portia is kind of the keepers of the light version of the Justice card. This concept of, moral karma, cause and effect, and the sense of justice needing to be kind of justice prevailing. So the message says, do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. So here it has to do with, like history, your own history. It could be, patterns, karmic patterns, basically trying to trying to say that whatever is right will ultimately prevail. So do what you feel is right, in the sense of, recognizing there might not be a perfect middle ground, but making sure whatever you're doing, it's for your best and highest good, and that you might not have all the information, but there will be a sense of order that kind of prevails. With the Three of Swords, there's a sense of upset and disappointment. Page of Swords, again, kind of getting back to this information studies, getting more, being curious, wanting to gain more information about something, researching something. And here with the Moon card, this is a sense of lack of clarity going forward. It's also similar to the Empress in the sense of concepts of motherhood. So here it could be, gaining information about your past relationships with others and how they impact some goal that you have going forward, something that's not quite clear to you, something that might create, with this Three of Swords, like fear and anxiety about how things are going to go in the future. And to some degree, since you have the Seven of Swords in the Empress and the Three of Swords in the Moon, to some degree, something that has to do with feeling a sense of, protection and nurturing. And what I'm thinking of is when a child is scared or doesn't know what to do, and kind of getting that sense of comfort from a mother. So let's take a look at the Three of Swords over here. You have the Queen of Cups, and here's another card that has to do with that concept of a mother. It also has to do with compassion, connecting to intuition and emotions, and creativity, but also a sense of, vulnerability. So for some of you, this may be in relation to some type of loving connection between you and your mother, between you and someone else, where there was a lot of emotional connection to it, or you even, and an idea or a concept where there was a lot of emotional connection to it. Let's take a look at the moon. 8 of Swords. So here it's a feeling of restriction, certain beliefs, certain problems that you're facing, and not really seeing a path forward. So here, let's take a look at the Page of Swords. You have the 9 of Pentacles. So there's some type of curiosity, something where you finding out more information, you looking at a problem with, limitless solutions, and just like being curious about them, being curious about the cause and effect of something, will really help you to be in a place of more confidence, recognizing that there is, you put in the work and you get the rewards of it. There is some type of, divine order going on, and it's learning what works for you and how to deal with those things. But also in this, with the 3 of Swords and the Queen of Cups, a recognition that there is some healing that needs to be done. Well, also the 5 of Cups, there's some healing that needs to be done. So, cry out if you need to. Take a moment to make sure that you're okay. However you feel that you need to protect yourself, that's for your best and highest good, where there's a sense of peace for you, and using intellect and information to really help you move forward. So I'm hoping this provides a helpful perspective of your week, and we'll see you next time. Take care.